My name is Michelle Choi, and today I'm going to talk about my research on PVT and sleep. I'm going to talk about my motive, and then I'm going to talk about my process. I'm going to end off with my results. But before I actually begin, I would like to let you guys know a little bit more about myself. I'm a high school student in Southern California. I took this picture right here in LA, actually. I am very interested in graphic design and art, and my research interests are in neuroscience. And it kind of stems from my work with students with developmental disabilities. I've been working with them for quite a while at this point. And the conversations I have with them inspires me almost every day. And even yesterday, one of my friends, she has physical and developmental disabilities, and she was telling me that she thinks that I have a superpower because I can walk, I can talk, and I can communicate. And she always tells me about some things that I was never grateful about, but she makes me realize that I'm in a position where the least that I can do is develop my learning and my research and my studying in this field, because that is something that I'm very passionate about. And here's my contact information. If you would like to, talk to me, please feel free to email me. Now let's go straight into the research. I spent this past summer looking into sleep. So you might be wondering, is it that important? Why did you spend this summer looking into sleep? And my answer is, it is quite important. So we've all experienced being in a situation where we've been either sleep deprived, jet lagged, studying for that test overnight. We've all been there. And we know how important sleep is because it affects us physically, academically, and also our daily life performances. But on top of that, sleep is so important because it has been shown through multiple scientific researches that it is linked with Alzheimer's disease, depression, developmental disorders, and even cardiovascular diseases. So a lot of neuroscientists, biologists, we're all trying to look into sleep because this could provide us some information that can be really important in developing a new treatment or a new method that we can use to treat patients. So yeah, I used an app called NASA PVT Plus. This is a psychomotor vigilance task. What a psychomotor vigilance task is it's a very basic study that a lot of psychologists and scientists use to see how alert a person is. Basically, in a standard PVT, you would walk into a lab, you would have a device, and on the device, you would see a visual signal pop up, whether it's a number or like a red flag. You would see a visual signal pop up on a black screen. And as soon as you see that visual signal, you are supposed to hit a button, tap the screen, whatever it is, you are supposed to stop and show how fast you were able to react to that visual signal. And in a NASA PVT, NASA developed an app where you could do this on your own time, because a standard PVT would usually take around 10 to 20 minutes and require you to go to a lab setting. Whereas if you use this app, you can do it in your home and you are able to collect data within 5 minutes. And it has been shown through multiple researches that it is just as efficient, just as reliable as a standard PVT. So this is what I decided to use for my research. So in my research, my participant was able to complete this PVT 3 times a day, 7 a.m., 3:30 p.m., and 9 p.m. And we collected data for a period of 9 days. And I was looking for 3 main things. First, I was trying to see if there was a relationship between quality of sleep and alertness. I was trying to also look if there is a relationship between time of the day and alertness. And finally, I was trying to see if there's a relationship between a woman's menstrual cycle and their alertness. And I was also instructed the participant to record their sleep in a sleep diary. Basically, what a sleep diary is you record how much you slept, how many times you woke up, how low your sleep was, and all of that kind of important information that is really vital to correctly analyzing the data that we've collected through the PVT app. Okay, so this is the results. If you look at this first figure right here, you can see that the average reaction time was significantly longer when the participant completed the task at 7 a.m. You can see in the graph right here that there's a significant peak on day 3 as well. Day 3 was when the participant noted that she had heavy menstrual bleeding. So we can definitely see that relationship where you have a longer reaction time. You are less alert when you are on your period. You can also see that when you just woke up or when you're just going to go to bed, you are less awake compared to when you are most alert during the day. So that is a significant correlation that we were able to confirm. In the second figure, I was also able to see that when the participant got 8 or more hours of sleep, they recorded an average of 34.2 milliseconds shorter reaction time compared to when she got less than 8 hours of sleep. So there's definitely, again, this correlation where if you get enough sleep, you are going to be more alert. Kind of goes off to if you're studying for a test, get some sleep because that is going to make you a little bit more alert. You're going to be more prepared for the test. Okay, so I would like to kind of discuss some of the possible sources of error and what this research can go into. So obviously there was only one participant in this research, so that could kind of skew the data, that could be misleading. However, I was able to kind of cancel that source of error out by comparing my results to a lot of pre-existing scientific research on PVT and sleep. And those researches were done on 200 participants, 300 participants, and they were shown to kind of match my results. So it was really interesting to see that alignment of those two results coming together. Also, this is really important because, again, it relates to so many different other illnesses like Alzheimer's disease, developmental disorders. And if we can find some sort of correlation between PVT and sleep, that can lead us into developing so many more new treatments. If we can use a PVT to determine how alert a participant is, that could help us assess how well they slept the night and what was going on in their brain the night before. And that can help us really find new methods to tackle diseases and alleviate symptoms in these patients. Yeah, so that's it for today. Thank you so much for Dr. Brianne Kent for helping me throughout this process and Talaria for giving me this opportunity. And that's my email again, so if you have any questions or if you want to follow up, feel free to email me. Thank you.